My name is Stephen Wetmore. I'm the chair of family medicine at Western University, where Ian McWhinney was the first chair of the Department of Family Medicine and the first director of research. My story about Ian dates back to when I was in community practice after I graduated. I was aware of Ian McWhinney's work. Superficially, I knew his name and I knew sort of where he was located, but I decided to do some reading on things he had written. And then many years later, when I went from community practice into academic family medicine by taking a job at Western. I was recruited by Brian Hennon, actually, and had the opportunity to meet Ian and work with him a little bit. That was just a fantastic experience. And my story about Ian relates to attending a writing workshop not too long after I came to Western. I had written a paper about some work I was doing on developing procedural skills in family medicine and how to teach this to residents. And I built some homemade models to use in my teaching. And was always advised by many of my senior colleagues at Western to just write about what you were doing in your work. So I decided to write a paper about this model building and its use in teaching. Of course, it was rejected immediately when I sent it in for publication. And I attended the writing workshop with my paper that had been rejected to get some advice from senior colleagues. And we were assigned to go to different rooms and talk to a researcher or a senior colleague about your paper. And fortunately for me, when I entered the room, there was Ian McWhinney sitting there. And he was great. He listened to me. He read my paper very thoroughly. He liked it. He had positive things to say, which really boosted my confidence tremendously. He described and I still remember this, he picked up a piece of paper and he drew on it an hourglass, an hourglass shape. And he said, "This is what I think you should do. At the top of the hourglass, it's wide open, it's expansive, so I want you to outline all the work that's been done in this area in a succinct form. And then in the waistband of the hourglass, where it's narrow, I want you to focus in on the key things that you want to say about your particular problem. And then in the bottom of the hourglass, I want you to expand out again and show how this pertains to the wide body of family medicine." I'll never forget that advice, which I used, and subsequently I was able to publish that paper. And of course, Ian was able to give advice on many more different things over the course of time, and it was just such a privilege to know him and to work closely with him in family medicine.